Good morning, Las Vegas, and everyone else. Sick and tired here. Today, I have something a little bit special. We are going to Twitter today, somewhere that we frequent quite often on this channel. However, it is a special Shitty Parents Edition. Wait, am I allowed to swear this early? I think I have to wait, right? Crappy Parents Edition. Bad Parents Edition. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, shucks, I'd be so honored. You can follow me at Samfire and Blood, and I post daily. When you experience a real-life narcissist, it's dead-ass scary, and they really have a personality disorder, and will literally F up your life if you let them. I already let it happen. Shame on me. Just unlocked a suppressed memory. 2007, car breaks down on the highway. 17-year-old me calls dad for help. Dad, what do you want me to do about it? Me, never mind. Hangs up. Calls an ex-boyfriend's dad, and he's there in 10 minutes with his toolbox and a tow rope. Yikes. I mean, you're supposed to be able to call your parents for help, right? You only got one family. Yeah, you only got one appendix too, but when it fucks with your health, you cut that bitch out of your life.
And that's on period.
So this one is actually from the Insane Parents subreddit, found on social media, not mine. Making sure my son hears me having phone conversations so he doesn't fall for your daughter, who will only text. Teaching my son how to fold a fitted sheet so he's not impressed with your daughter's rolled up blob. Is this something men care about? How you fold a sheet? Reading the word of God with my son so he's not impressed with your daughter's horoscope knowledge. Hey, you know what? Figuring out that horoscope stuff, it's not easy.
It's science.
Giving my son raw milk so he doesn't let your daughter give him that pasteurized nonsense that he can't digest and then tell him he's lactose intolerant. Raw milk? Hanging my son's clothes out to dry so he knows your daughter better not shrink his clothes by just throwing everything in the dryer. Okay, wait a minute. That one has some merit to it. I hang all of my clothes so they don't shrink. Only using cast iron to cook for my son so he won't let your daughter poison him with that cheap Teflon. Oh, it's my mother. Grilling my son pasture-raised steak so your daughter doesn't try to serve him Beyond Meat. Okay. Showing my son how to really clean so he's not impressed with your daughter's Swiffer job. This is funny. Making sure my son can cook so he's not impressed by your daughter's Stouffer lasagna. Oh, you know what? I'm reading these and I'm thinking this is fake. That one I believe could be real. You know what they say? You're either really, really good in bed or you're really, really good in the kitchen. And I'm terrible in the kitchen. Teaching your daughter that sometimes love is not worth it if you have a toxic mother-in-law. If you got called mature for your age, you're unpacking family trauma in therapy right now. God, it's like she knows me. How your children treat you when they're no longer obligated to listen to you is a direct reflection of your parenting skills and the impact you had on them as a human. I'd love to show this one to my mom because none of her children want anything to do with her ever. I mean, come on, there's 4 of us and all 4 of us don't want anything to do with you. At some point, don't you have to be like, okay, maybe it's me. You're so polite. Thanks. I was raised in constant fear of upsetting people. Yeah, exactly. Moving out of your parents' home, financial stability, mental stability. I've said this before. Yeah, no matter how poor me and my husband ever were, it didn't matter because I was happy. I'd live on the street before I'd ever move back in with my parents. People go to their family when they're sad and rely on them for support. What the fuck?
Stop playing with me, lady.
Why do parents ruin your day and then act like they didn't ruin your day and wonder why you're in a bad mood? I could have posted every single one of these. When I asked my mom not to let my son paint inside. This was after one round of cleaning, and you painted before and it was left. It was a while back, obviously before the closet got locked. And mom, with a very rational response, says, "Sorry I've upset you so much. Don't remember the kids ever painting before. I'll punish myself for doing this. I will hurt myself as much as I can."
Oh, bro.
It would be nice if I could have a normal conversation with you, but unfortunately, that is not a possibility. I'm just asking you not to paint inside. I don't want paint on things like the slime yesterday. I will take care of my punishment for being a terrible person. Like I said, unfortunately, that's not a possibility. You don't understand about yesterday and don't want to hear an explanation. No one deserves hurting as much as I do. I'll see to it I'm punished. This sounds like a 14-year-old that's going through their emo phase. Mom's reaction to me hosting Christmas dinner. Grab your Bloody Marys, ladies. Hello, blank. First, thanks for the gifts and thank you for the nice dinner. Oh boy, you know it's going to be bad when they start with that. I know you usually have a short attention span to what I say, but in this case, you must read this, please. It's well intended. I know I've said it before, but it didn't stick with you. It appears that you would rather listen to others or to yourself rather than your mom, who has hosted for decades. How dare you listen to yourself? If you decide to host a Christmas dinner or such an important holiday meal dinner, you know that you must work hard before and after. Clean, cook, host, and cater to guests. Clean again. Kind of busy. I personally don't like to do it anymore. Here are some simple etiquette rules for a host that will help ensure a fun, successful party. When making a plan of what to serve, you buy and or cook what your guest would like first and then what you like. See, this is the reason why I refuse to host any holiday dinners. My mom keeps saying that she's tired of it, she's done with it. But whenever I say like, okay, if I was doing it, I would do this, she's like, yeah, well, you can't, you got to have this. Well, if I'm doing it, I don't want that. You need to have at least 2 appetizers and never serve them in their store-bought container. Oh God. We've barely gotten through this and I'm already feeling like I'm gonna start sweating. Add a few types of snacks, crackers, cheese, olives, dry fruits, again, on your china plate, nicely displayed again, never in their store-bought box. Main dish must include 2 types of meat since not everyone might like the kind you like. Maybe chicken and sausage or fish or such. We loved your chicken, by the way. Main dish must be served with at least 1 side dish, and you must give people options, mashed potatoes, veggies, etc. Drinks. You must have all options. Okay, this is the only time I will agree with this mother.
Julian.
Vodka, cognac, beer, mineral water, Pepsi, Sprite, wine, a few kinds, dry, sweet. What is this? All again, not what you like or what you think is healthy. People come to a party to enjoy it. They can be saved in your bar for other parties if not finished. You must have what you know your friends usually drink. If you invite them, then you must carry what they like, if you know already, regardless if it's a healthy choice or not. No healthy choices at a big dinner party. At least one host should not drink alcohol so they can warm up, serve, clean, attend to guests, the meals, etc. You can imagine a drunk or dizzy host trying to do all the above, all drinking on an empty stomach. Ugh. Yeah, if I had to deal with you, I'm not doing it sober. The food to be warmed up should be in the oven when first guest comes in to the door, then ready in 30 to 40 minutes served hot. If you feel that you don't have the time and experience for this, then you just go ahead and buy the food as suggested above, including everything, snacks, appetizers, main sides, salads, cake, cookies, and just serve them. You have the money for it. That's why I asked you what you'll serve and if you cook and when. All of the above are first common sense rules. They're stated by all famous chefs. Oh my God, this is my mom. My mom watches a few episodes of like the Great British Baking Show and Chopped, and she thinks she's a full-fledged chef. Famous chefs on the internet, if your mom is not good enough for you. Ooh. You'll learn in time, however, I learned from my mom, who was a great hostess. On a more personalized note, your dinner was nice. Beautiful table display, good chicken and salad. I would have added a few options as said above, and less sweets. Then do it yourself. Stop saying that you don't want to do it anymore, that you're done, it's too much work, and then write a fucking novel like this telling your daughter what she did wrong. Just do it yourself. I feel like blank understood that. Your dad and I like sweets, so the cookie selection was great, and we got many types of chocolates from, I'm going to guess, is that Sweden? I just hear chocolates, really good chocolates, and I just assume, oh, they must be from Sweden. The wine glasses look nice, but they're very light. No. She's complaining about the wine glasses' weight. You guys, I'm about to tap out. Ready to flip over a couple times. You took from me the expensive crystal glasses. Those are expensive, appropriate, fancy, and sturdy. If you like cheaper versions, that's fine. Just make sure they stand safely. The shelves at Goodwill are full of hundreds and thousands of nice looking but cheap quality like those. Why do you think that is? Just stop spending on cheap stuff and get yourself nice quality crystal glasses. Check online the kinds and go to Macy's and feel them, buy them. These are just tips and tricks for a lovely party. I don't expect you to know all at once. You're too young and no experience, but I do expect that you read this email in entirety and try to learn a little. You're smart. Yes, last time I checked on the SATs, there will be a section about how to formally present a dinner party. So study up. On another note, try not to drink when having dinner with your parents. I can tell you from hearing my colleagues and friends with sons and their girlfriends, none, I mean absolutely none, like to see the girls drink at all.
Oh my God, no way.
Oh, well, you can just fuck off all the way off planet Earth. Of course, you'll like to brush it off again, but I'm right and I don't lie. The MO for all narc moms, but I'm right. You can always drink as much as you want afterwards if you really have the urge, but try not to finish your glass when in their presence, even if they show that it's okay. God damn. I can't even emphasize from my point how terrible look to me all people who can't. What? My whole life experience showed me how terrible that is. My parents didn't drink more than 1 to 2 glasses just to cheer or so I can't really accept all people who can't control themselves or don't respect themselves or others. We had company dinner. If you got drunk, everybody was talking next day. God, they were talking. All drunks have been labeled, not by me, but by many around me. That's life. That's how it is. My dear, my love, don't take this as a lecture. What the fuck else are you supposed to take it as? It's like been 5 pages. You're old enough to understand now that I love you too much and I want that everything you do to be perfect and you have success in life on every field. Do you think she's typing this up going, I did good. I did good.
Such a good friend.
I wouldn't be a good mom if I didn't say it. You're the center of our lives and that's it's supposed to be. I think with the way that this is typed out, I think she might be on her second glass of wine. If not, then something is wrong. Please do not hesitate to lecture me if you think I deserve it. I don't mind a good and sincere advice. All my life, I've been trying to get better. Also, I'm getting older, so maybe I deserve some pushing or pulling sometimes. And I don't mind you watching my activity online or otherwise, as long as we all stay safe. What? Also, please let me know if I embarrass you in any way. That's the last thing I want to do. Just FYI, I used to be as dismissive as you are for about 2 months. Just for about 2 months, that's it. Before I got married, so like when I was 20. And never since. I feel bad for all the disrespect I showed my parents. About a couple of months, not 10 years. And I made sure I told them afterwards how many times I appreciated them. You know what? I feel bad for all the times that I respected my parents and didn't stand up for myself. So, tomato, tomato. And I made sure I told them afterwards many times how much I appreciated them.
Stop! Please, I'll do anything for you.
And they did for me and how much I appreciated them. Now go back to the beginning and read this lecture again. No whining, please.
What?
Thanks. Is this a text message or an email? I'm not quite sure, but if this was a text message, I think I'd probably just answer back with K. Jesus Christ, no wonder the daughter has to drink more than 2 glasses of wine. If you suffered in life and want other people to suffer as you did because you turned out fine, you did not, in fact, turn out fine. So that's all of the crazy parent Twitter stuff I found. Jesus Christ, that was a lot harder to get through than I thought it was going to be. Again, at least we can take solace in knowing that we're not alone with all these insane parents, right? Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys next time. Until then, I hope your symptoms are low. I hope your magic is strong. Bye, loves.